Good morning. Hi. Welcome to episode 7. We've done 7 of these now. 7. Of 2 Bit Gringos. I'm Patrick Reynolds, and this is
Mike Schwartz.
Michael Schwartz.
Michael Schwartz, yes. Or Mike.
Or Mike.
I don't care.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're casual. You're not.
Casual, cash. Yeah.
Not one of those uptight people about their names.
I know some people. You know, I knew either it was Steven, I think. You had to call him Steven, not Steve, something like that. Or
yeah.
Jeffrey, had to be Jeffrey, not Jeff, you know.
Not Joffrey.
Not Joffrey, yeah.
I'm a little like that. I mean,
Jeff Hole. Couldn't call him Jeff Hole, you know. Didn't like that.
I see. Well, you know, I'm kind of like that. I mean, I prefer Patrick, but if somebody calls me Pat, I don't, throw myself on the floor and have a tantrum or anything.
How about Patsy? You go, is that okay, Patsy?
That's okay. Yeah, Patsy Cline, she was a great country singer back in the day, Yeah. And Patty, that's a great Irish version. I don't mind that either. I don't really care.
Because you are a great Irishman.
Yes. So I've been told anyway. So how you doing? How's your week?
You know, I'm still doing pretty well. We are, Pilar and myself. I think we're you know what I realized just recently is that of course you couldn't prepare for this, but let's say you knew this was going to happen.
Okay.
You still could not prepare for it. I mean, the best way to go through it is by not knowing anything about it. Like you couldn't train for this, you know, like you could not say, okay, there's going to be a period of time where you can only go out a few hours a week. First of all, nobody believed it, you know, but
yeah,
I think we're handling. I think there are probably some people not handling it too well, you know. It can get a little stressful. You think you're confined, but you know what? We have food. You have a roof over your head. I mean, I'm good. You know,
yeah, that's and that's a perspective that it's important to keep in mind. We do have a roof over our heads. We have a nice place that we're in. If we have to be stuck somewhere, I can't say this enough times, I'd rather be stuck here.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I'd rather be stuck here.
Yeah. So
I will say, Patrick, have you every week I talk about YouTube because I've become like a YouTube fanatic. I just delve in there and search for things. You can find, I wonder how many videos are actually on you. It must be in the billions, you know. They have a video for everything and you know, more than one, you know.
Yeah.
So as you can tell, I got into the self haircut thing. You know, I needed a haircut, and I had already one of those clipper things. I had no idea how to use it, and I probably still don't. You know, but I watched some videos, and I managed to give myself the worst haircut. I mean. I talked about it last week, but I did it again, you know, because I wanted to try to fix it, you know. And actually, I'm happy. I don't have that much hair left anyway, but
doesn't look too bad. Turn to the side a little. Let's see how. Yeah, that's I've seen worse. On you, but no, that's exactly what I do. I have one of those things. The key is set it short. Set it to number 2. Don't set it to number 1. The wife will complain that you look like a cue ball. But set it to number 2, and it's an even thing. The problem with mine is.
Yeah, 1 week I might just go the whole, you know, just shave it all off, you know.
Who knows? Telly Savalas.
Yeah,
that'd be cool. The problem with my clipper is there's a short in the wire inside the thing, so you'd be kind of halfway through and it'll stop. So you got to carefully go up and wiggle the wire and get it going. Sometimes you have to finish it by holding the wire. So maybe I should.
As if the quarantine wasn't stressful enough, you have to have a short in your clipper wire.
I know, yeah. This is why I never do it in the shower anymore either, because.
I always do it in the shower. The clipper.
Have you checked out the Russian dash cam videos yet?
I have seen Russian dash cam videos. Yeah, you know, YouTube is like amazing. You search whatever you want to search. You could put probably 2 words, and you'll find something. You know, like a noun and an adjective or something. You'll find things. You know.
Well, some of the videos are very comforting to watch. Just, I don't know, the way they're made, or, you know, they're just, I'm not sure what it is. There's a couple of people that restore old tools and toys and stuff, and they take you through the whole process.
Yeah.
And I'm never going to want to learn how to do that kind of stuff, but it's just kind of comforting to watch them, you know. They take
it is, and I'm fascinated by all the kinds of things that people do. That is one of them. I mean, pets. There's got to be billions of pet videos and really cute pet videos.
I love those.
But still, no matter how cute they are, I kind of get to like half the video and I go, you know what? I've seen enough. Yeah.
or if you're like me, you get halfway through the video and go, oh, I've seen this like 10 times.
Right.
Today already. Oh, yeah. No wonder it's so familiar. I see this.
But you know what I did find this week? Not that I do have an oven, but you know.
You found an oven? Was it in the house?
I found an oven on YouTube, and everybody is cooking way more than they ever did before in their lives. You know, for most people, I certainly am. And I started using my oven, but I saw these things called no cook cookies, like no oven cookies or something like that. And the first one was a peanut butter. You mix peanut butter and honey and oats. You have to have oat flour, but you can take oatmeal and grind it up. Okay. And amazing. And then you dip them in chocolate. Now, everything I make never ends up looking like the person who made it.
Well, yeah, no.
But they tasted great. They were really, really good, but very dense, you know, and you have like one cookie, you're like full for the day, you know. It's like, wow. I had 2 the other day. I was like, wow, I shouldn't have had that second one. But,
wow, nice.
And also, I don't know how to put chocolate, you know, when the woman made this cookie and the chocolate was all liquidy and everything, and she just dipped it in and came out looking like perfect. My chocolate never got like that, so I ended up with like a big mound of chocolate on it, you know, and I was like, okay, you know, never ends up looking like the video. But
how do you make the chocolate all liquidy? This is
in the microwave. You just take like chocolate chips, put it in the microwave. I think you have to. I don't know. I think you have to add butter or something. I'm not sure.
Add a little bit of milk.
I'm sure our 7 viewers will write in and tell us.
Yes, I'm sure. Please weigh in the comments section below. Right. And because speaking of YouTube, that's what we're on too. So you can find everything on YouTube, including a couple of old bald dudes talking about expat life in Panama.
Old bald gringos. That's how come we didn't go with that name? Wow.
Well, it was on the list of consideration.
Yeah.
I didn't.
But so how about your week? How's that gone?
It's been interesting.
We talked about that already. I just forgot. I don't know.
No, I don't think so. We talked a little bit about your week. You've been baking. I've been cooking a little also. Again, I made pizza for the 5th or 6th or 7th or 80th time because I love pizza. And well, one of the things is I make a big pot of red sauce, ragu, and I use a recipe that I got from my grandmother, and it's from an Italian friend she had in Chicago. And so now I've got pizza sauce, I've got spaghetti sauce, I got veal parmigiana sauce, you know. So, yeah. And I made pizza, and pizza dough from scratch is extremely simple, you know. There's really nothing to it. So I make up a bunch of that, and I think next week I'm going to make calzones for a change of pace.
Wow. Calzone. Well, that's what I'm learning on YouTube. Again, my University of YouTube is U of YouTube. is that, a lot of these things, like, well, first of all, a lot of them I didn't even know existed, like no baked cookies. I thought all cookies had to be baked.
I gotta bake them. Yeah.
But a lot of cooking is just, you take the time and you learn how to, not rocket science. You can do it. So
it's a little like building a model car. If you can follow instructions, you don't get too much glue or paint or whatever going on, it ends up turning out pretty okay.
And I like the people who, when they instruct you, that are not that finicky about the instructions, about the measurements or things like that. Because I'm like, a little more of this, a little less of that, or I don't have this or whatever, or have substitute things,
Yes. Only use 5 milliliters of this ingredient. No more.
Right.
No less. I don't even
right.
know how to measure milliliters. So,
but what do you think of what I call the under the gringo microscope? Or gringo madness or something. I really think that some people are just taking this like way too far. I don't know if you've noticed the experts that have come out of the woodwork. It's like all of a sudden people have a doctor's degree, or they're like world-class researchers or something.
Yeah. It's kind of amazing how many experts there are. I mean, and they've all got videos on YouTube too. Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting to a point where if somebody says something, oh, well, here's the thing. Here's what works or doesn't work, or here's the real numbers. I just walk away. I don't believe them.
Yeah,
I stop listening.
Frankly, I just can't comprehend all this anymore about, this particular COVID-19. All the statistics, and I just want to get through this and get back to whatever normal is going to be.
Right.
I did have a COVID-19 dream last night, though.
Oh, really? Oh, do tell.
Well, the dream was, this is true. I mean, I'm not making this up. My mind made it up. I was with Pilar in the middle of town. It was kind of like Boquete. It was kind of like the little parking area by Revilla Pharmacy, but it wasn't there. I mean, it was a table. We were sitting at a table in the middle of 2 roads. Like there was a road on either side.
Okay.
But we were being served like a restaurant, and a tram, like you would see at Disney World, pulls up. And one of my friends from Boquete was on it, and we waved, and he got off. And another friend of mine who's from Israel actually was on the tram.
Wow.
They were together, and he got off and came over to the table. Well, I love dreams. I love getting into dreams.
Sounds like your brain thought you were dying or something. Your whole life will pass by you on a tram.
On a tram, yeah.
Right.
Well, the interesting thing, is that the table was in the middle of the road. Yeah. Not a lot of restaurants seem to succeed that way.
No. Yeah. Well, but so how was it really directly COVID related though? Just because you were isolated?
That it was when things open up. It was when the our quarantine here in Boquete is over. And your friends are able to meet again. I mean, there was nobody died in the video.
Oh, well, that's nice.
The dream or got sick or anything, and
okay.
And I think we should send our wishes. We were supposed to have a guest today.
Oh, yeah.
But he's it's not COVID-19 related. We hope and pray.
Right.
He's not feeling well and has to go to the doctor.
Yes, and let's send good thoughts and good wishes out. Should we name names? Should we expose who it was?
We can say, because our dear friend, my band member, Frank Chandek.
Yes, an entertainer extraordinaire.
Extraordinaire.
Yeah.
Also known as Frankie Queso. Queso.
Frankie Queso, yeah.
The lounge singer, the famous lounge singer, Frankie Queso.
Well, maybe we can get him on next week.
Yeah, we hope. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it today.
Yeah.
But so
luckily he's doing okay for the most part, as far as we know. And I gave his wife a little bit of a scare for a minute there, but I think everybody's good. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How did you do that, or should we not ask?
Well, yeah, we'll probably speculate in private or talk in private on that. But the main thing is he's doing all right. He didn't have to go to the hospital into the big city of David.
That's very good. Actually, that brings up a point which Pilar asked me. Let's say that you did have a fever,
Yes.
What would you do? I mean, what do you go right to the doctor's office? You drive straight to the hospital? What do you do?
There's a number you can call. It's set up, goes, I believe, directly to Mensa. And I believe the number is 169. All you have to do is punch in, and it's also a WhatsApp number. And you dial that in and you tell them the situation, and they'll send, as far as my understanding is, and again, caveat, everything I say could be completely wrong. What I understand is they'll send a team over and they'll take your temperature and swab you and give you a test. And then unless, and if you're sick, if you've got symptoms or you're getting sick or whatever, they'll give you some medical attention, but otherwise they will just make you quarantine for 14 days in your home without leaving it.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. I have to say that for those who don't know, I mean, we are located in Boquete, Panama, and right now during quarantine, there are some stores that will take your temperature with that little temperature gun thing.
Yes.
And I have the same feelings I had before any test when I was a kid. Like, I think I'm going to fail it,
Yeah.
Like I could be the second person in line, and I think, is my head getting hot right now? Am I going to fail the test? And I try to I got to cool myself down. But so far, I have not had a temperature.
Yeah, it probably doesn't matter what you do. If you don't have a fever, you don't have a fever. But I always have, I have my bandana and my hat on, and I walk down. Our house is about a mile from the supermarket, right? It's about a 20-minute walk. And when I get there, I'm hot and sweaty. And so while I'm standing in line, I take my hat off thinking, well, I don't want a false reading on the thermometer. I'm afraid if I'm all sweaty and hot, they might think I'm sick or something. But it probably doesn't make any difference at all,
Yeah, probably not. If you don't have a fever, you don't have it, So.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's a challenge. It's a different world. You got to stand in line, get your temperature taken. But they do squirt you with that nice alcohol stuff on your hands. So that's.
Oh, they don't do that where I go.
Oh,
well, they haven't. I don't know. Yeah.
Where do you go? Which?
Well, I'm talking about Gago. They just take your temperature.
Oh, okay.
I have to, praise. I go to other stores as well, but Gago, I mean, very well run. They very friendly. They seem to have things in in supply. The supply chain has not broken down yet, or here anyway.
I gotta say, I love that store too.
Yeah. I guess it's a little too far for you, but it's a good place.
Well, and for our 7 viewers who don't know, Gago is also called Casa del Jamon, which is the House of Ham, and they have ham and cheese and imported meats. It's one of the places locally that you can sometimes get an actual decent ribeye steak or a good roast that's imported from Argentina. And they got some really cool stuff.
They have excellent things, which brings me to another topic. Since you mentioned, I think it's a Spanish store, owned chain or something.
See?
Or originally. And another thing that on Netflix that Pilar and I have gotten into is Spanish, particularly Spanish TV series. I don't know if you've seen any Spanish TV series. Yeah. And they're quite good. Some really, wild, crazy, and violent. There's a prison show. There's a heist series. La Casa de Papel is like a world famous show right now.
I've heard of that show. I have not seen it, but do you get subtitles, or do you have to really?
You get subtitles, but it's very good for your Spanish to learn Spanish.
Cool.
And especially we don't speak like they do in Spain. They have the casa, that word.
Yeah, Castilla en español.
Yeah, Castilla. Yeah.
Everybody lists.
Yeah, it's like a list, a national list. Don't write us letters. We don't know what we're talking about. The series are great, exciting, crazy. A lot of them, the characters, and very good for your Spanish. You can. I highly endorse these Spanish TV shows.
I think we'll have to check that show out then.
La Casa de Papel is like a worldwide phenomenon. It actually brought this Italian song to fame. Now let's see if I can remember. I can't remember what it's called, but of course.
A few bars.
Yeah, I wish I could. Bella Ciao. It's called Bella Ciao.
Okay.
It was a song used in World War II of the resistance, and the heist. The people doing the heist, leading the heist, he feels like he's part of the resistance. So that's all I'll give away.
Okay.
I don't want to too much away.
No spoilers here.
Spoilers, but a great show. But there are many shows that we've seen from Spain, and very what's the word? Not just violent, but I don't know, like in your face kind of TV shows.
Ooh, well, okay. So these are just more than just telenovelas, which are basically soap operas, right? These are.
There's a lot of telenovela, I think, in every Spanish TV show, but okay. Yeah, Casa de Papel is a heist show. There are detective shows. There's a prison show. There's political shows. There's quite a few. Very, very interesting. Very complex. I mean, I think the storylines are way, way, way more complex than American TV shows.
Wow.
And unreal. I mean, they're not realistic exactly, but
right.
But complex and weird and wonderful. So.
Well, that's cool. And see, this is a good thing to do. You're multitasking here. You're finding new entertainment, and you're expanding your linguistic capabilities.
Yeah, absolutely. And learning new curse words, which is always fun.
Que bueno. Funny, I have learned a lot of Spanish since I've been living here, and not enough, obviously. But most of the time, though, I just revert back to lousy Spanish that I thought I learned as a teenager or something, and I keep putting O's on the end of words that don't belong. Let me explain-o, and just doing dumb stuff like that. I really have to up my Espanol game, though. I really have to get busy and really.
Yeah, focus. Well, I have no excuse, really. I mean, living with Pilar, who could speak Spanish with me every day, and
right. Well, don't you still have Spanish-only days when you only speak Espanol?
We've kind of abandoned the plan. We should get back to it, but. Yeah, I'm a very bad student,
Yeah, I understand. I mean, you still have the heaviness of what's going on in the world now that, our brains are trying to struggle to find a way to deal with. And I think I grant you and everyone out there listening a full pardon, a full pass because this is just tough to deal with. So you're feeling down, you're feeling like you're not doing what you could be doing. It's okay. You're going to be okay.
Wow. A full pass from Father Patrick.
That's right. See, a full blanket pardon for everyone who thinks they're doing too much goofing off.
A full pardon. Yeah. Okay. I feel relief. I feel a sense of relief right now.
Excellent. Excellent. In fact, if anything, you're probably not doing enough goofing off. So
do more goofing off.
Yes, let's crank that up a little bit.
Goof off.
Get the goof off thing going. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, we're so looking forward to, I keep thinking Patrick and I are involved in theater projects here in town, and certainly miss that, the camaraderie and the creativity.
Hanging with all the creative people and all the fun people. I got to say, this town is really jam-packed with fun, creative, talented individuals. We've got musicians, we've got comedians, we've got singers, we've got poets, we've got artists. I mean, it's a big part of why I moved. We picked this town to move to,
Yeah. And the beautiful thing is we all get along.
We do.
Oh, okay.
Except for that one guy, who I know.
Did they buy that, Patrick? I don't know.
Yeah, it's a regular kumbaya fest here. We all
kumbaya. No, it's mostly me people don't get along with, but neither here nor there. Yeah. Actually, it's here. No, it's all good. It's all good.
It's all good.
And I don't know what that means. All good.
Yeah, that means it's kind of the opposite of whatever.
Yeah, whatever. I hate that. Yeah. Whatever.
People say whatever. That means I don't agree with you. I think you're wrong and stupid and probably ugly, but I'm not going to say all those things. So whatever.
Yeah. It's all good.
Yeah, that's the way to respond to whatever. It's all good.
Yeah. It's all good. Yeah. Yeah. Well, so my take, summarizing, goof off and go to YouTube and cook something.
Yes.
Don't bake it, but you can bake it if you want.
You could bake it.
You got to light the oven, and then the kitchen gets hot.
Yeah, I tried the no-bake bread, and it's a gooey mess, and it's just not as fun.
I'm telling you, these no-bake cookies are out of this world. I mean, they are incredible.
I'm looking forward to enjoying one.
Peanut butter, honey, vanilla extract. That's it. That's all you need.
Well, can you post the recipe in the comment section below?
I've never even gone to the comment section, but yeah, I can put the link. Can I do that? Put a link?
Yeah,
to
you
something?
can do that. Yeah. You can do that.
Yeah,
just copy and paste.
I should learn how to do that before I pass away.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Yeah, I'm sure we've got some computer experts in town that can walk you through it,
Yeah,
Okay.
That's what I need. Somebody,
Yeah.
I'm not very good with technology. I can't even believe I'm doing this, to be honest with you.
It's an amazing thing,
And to think about it, 1972, I was probably in the top 1% of, I was studying, TV and radio broadcasting. I knew how to do all kinds of stuff and edit. We had tape, remember? Tape.
Oh, yeah. Reel-to-reel tape.
Yeah, I used to edit that stuff. And I thought, wow, I can do things most people can't do. Now I can't do anything that most people can do.
You've lost it. It all just went away.
I lost it.
Yeah. I understand that. It's getting tougher and tougher for me to plug in my phone to something, to charge it up or whatever, it just, I don't know. Really, we need that smart 12-year-old, the one that used to program our VCRs,
Oh, I know.
Make it stop blinking 12, 12, 12.
It sounds very creepy, but everybody our age needs a 12-year-old
child.
It's weird.
I see, yeah.
All right.
Thought I saw a
what?
shadow go by the
Mailman?
window back there. Somebody's
Mail
sneaking in. A what?
Who?
A shadow.
The mail carrier?
Yeah, the mail carrier. Yeah. We don't have that here.
We don't.
We don't have
No mail service in Panama.
That's right.
Which is a plus because we have no junk mail.
I love not having junk mail. It's great. And I love, somebody asks you where you live, the cable company, whatever. You got to show them on Google Maps or you describe your neighborhood to them.
Yeah, or tell them who you live near,
My address just got changed for my electricity bill. Now it says Cerca de Familia de Baladeras. Ernesto Baladeras, his nickname was El Toro. He's an ex-president of Panama.
Oh, yeah, I know.
And he's my sometimes neighbor. He's got a vacation house here.
He was, one day he was almost going to run again, I think, in this last election. And one day I parked by the gym down by the library. I was going to the library. And the gym was vacant at the time, and I parked there. And I went back to my car, and all of a sudden, the parking lot had been empty. All of a sudden, the parking lot was filled, and there's like 50 people outside, and they're yelling, El Toro, El Toro, and I'm like, what is going on here,
Yeah.
It was a campaign rally for this guy, El Toro, And I just quietly got into my car and packed up. They were all looking at me like, what are you doing here? But I just parked here. I don't know anything about politics.
Maybe they thought you were Martinelli. There is a resemblance.
I have been confused for Martinelli in the past, but
yeah,
I had a little more hair back then, I think.
Yeah.
I think he has a much better head of hair.
Yeah, you can afford better toupees, probably.
Yeah, but those are the kind of fun things that happen when you're an expat, you wander into a political rally that you knew nothing about,
I know. I can tell when he's home because there's a SUV parked out front and a bunch of Secret Service bodyguard dudes with automatic weapons and pistols strapped to their hips. It's the only time you see guns around this place.
Yeah.
And his father, Baladeras Sr., was a very popular guy, beloved individual here in town. He was a doctor. There's a road named after him. And he established that clinic that's down near Romero, the medical clinic. So he's a very beloved figure here in town. It's nice to have neighbors like that.
Well, who was the president before our current president?
Varela.
Yeah, Varela. Okay. One day I was in the election had taken place. He's no longer president, I believe, and I was in the Panamante hotel having breakfast, and he was there. He was just sitting there, like the ex-president, the former president, is sitting at the next table, And because there had been a wedding at the Panamante the night before or something like that. She was one of the guests. And, he's just in a shirt and jeans, and he's at the next table. And there are, security guys walking around.
Yeah.
But I have to tell you, these were, if I was the president, these guys would not give me the most confidence. They did not look like they were,
really?
the top of their game,
Oh, wow.
I mean, I don't think he was in any danger sitting in the Panamante, but
probably
I don't want to offend the country or anything like that. I love Panama. But they weren't like what our image of Secret Service guy who's always looking around and
interesting. Because I got to say, El Toro's bodyguards, I mean, they're pretty badass looking. I wouldn't mess with these dudes at all. And they do that, that Secret Service thing. They're always doing this, There's a guy out front. They're always looking, But they're nice. They
Well,
say
that's
hello.
what
They say
you
hello.
should be doing.
Yeah. So it's a fun, interesting place, man. It's a lot of things, but it's never boring.
Never boring.
Even when you're in lockdown, quarantine, can't go out, do stuff. Although we do get to go out and exercise a little bit now, so that's kind of nice.
Yeah. That's the newest thing is we get to exercise. I, of course, have not exercised one bit for the last 2 months.
I hate exercise.
My exercise is walking, taking the garbage to the garbage bin. That's probably the most exercise I've gotten.
All right. Yeah.
Miraculously, I thought I'd gain like 20 pounds during this quarantine, and I have only gained 19. So
hey, nice. All right, good going. Virtual high five.
No, I have. Well, since I took the haircut, I'm down, in my weight.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow. You don't want to do that too much.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, I can see by the clock on the wall, our time is starting to wind down a bit. So
I hope we haven't gotten in too much trouble or, lost one of our 7 viewers.
Oh gosh, no. I hope not. But
one of these days, a video is going to go viral. That's what we need. We need a viral video.
I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna call Ruben Blades people. See if we get him on the show. He's a.
I was just thinking we do it topless. Maybe that would do it. I don't know.
Well, yeah, that might lose us a few more viewers. Sure. All right. Well, next time we will have a guest or two, perhaps. And at some point, I am working on getting some theme music for us.
All right.
So the kind we don't have to pay any royalties for, and who knows? This could turn into something.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Michael, you take care of yourself. You stay safe.
You as well. And everybody, please stay safe. Wear the mask.
And yes, wear the masks and stay home until, it's safe to go out. Adios.